Oh, that's so cute. Animal Shelter says, stand with us on gun control or we will not adopt a pet to you. This is insane.
Are they sure they can do that? Like, but what if you have a gun? Like, what are they gonna do? Not give me the dog? Like,
Right. How do they know?
I'm the
How
one with the
can
gun.
they tell? An animal
I'm
shelter
joking.
in Southern California has made it very clear that if you want to adopt a pet from their center, you must stand with their beliefs on gun control or we will not adopt a pet to you. Of course, it's in Thousand
You
Oaks.
sure about that?
The Shelter Hope. Woo! Wait, did you have the Shelter Hope Pet Shop in Thousand Oaks added a question for their potential pet adopters that they must answer if they want a pet from the shelter. The question reads, where do you stand on gun control? The Hill reported a piece published Thursday. The owner of the shop, Kim Sill, shared that the shop doesn't support those who believe the Second Amendment means the right to buy assault weapons. Let me guess, this woman has no clue what assault weapons are. We believe that if we can make our voices heard on how we feel, we can make an impact. So, what if some dog ends up dying because you were an asshole and you wouldn't let the dog go to a loving home of a gun owner?
And
I'm
if they
just
want
wondering, do they
cops to
not?
have all the cops kill all the dogs, so if they want only cops to have
Yeah.
guns, like how does that make any sense?
Yeah, true.
Do they not like adopt out any hunting dogs either? Like,
Yeah, what about a bloodhound?
yeah.
To the many angry humans, I always hate people who say human. To the many angry humans who posted comments here, I will say it again. I should not have to carry a gun to protect my shelter and to protect my staff, animals, and volunteers. No, you shouldn't have to, but we're living in reality. And it's like, if you'd rather, like, the insane person who's trying to kill you and your dogs die, or you protecting your business and your people, like, step it up. Like, that's what, then don't be a business owner. I have the right to adopt to like minded beings in regard to gun control, the post added. Many of your comments are not worthy of a response, so I will refrain from posting one. That means, like, I can't argue my point. Wow. Oh, and of course, they're going to mention Uvalde. It's like, school shootings are not a good enough reason to give up the Second Amendment. You're not doing the animals any favors with this attitude, one person shared. Nobody says you should have to carry a gun to protect yourself either. That's a choice. The chances of you needing the gun are slim. We already have common sense gun laws. Now they need to use them. Would you rather protect yourself with a knife? If a knife wielding crazy comes at you, I'm more afraid of knives than guns. True. Pets cannot have a home because I, as a legal gun owner, and an African American woman who lives with my daughters, has taken steps to be able to defend myself and my family. This woman's probably like, oh, you're black. Never mind. I just meant white people. Republicans and Democrats need to stop fighting and get together and be Americans first and protect our schools and children's. Yeah, like, this is what we need to do is, like, arm the guards. Like, this always happens when a door is, like, kicked open or propped open. And what happened in Uvalde is, like, the reason why those cops took like an hour, because they were waiting for protection. Like, they were waiting for additional, whatever it was, like clothes or protective gear so that they could then go in. That's why they took so long. And it's like, yeah, we protect celebrities and famous people and businesses, with armed guards. So it's like, yeah, we just need to do that with schools, in my opinion.
Or stop forcing kids to go to the government schools. Or like, the schools are so unsafe, but we got to keep forcing kids to go there and can't have school choice or any other options.
Yes,
Wild.
gun violence, school shootings is a school choice issue. Absolutely.
Ooh, how so?
And nobody's talking about it. So you should be allowed to, like, you should have the choice to where you send your kid, and if they don't meet your security standards, then you should be able to send them somewhere else and take their tax dollars with them to somewhere that does have the proper security that you want for your child to have at their school.
Yeah,
it's competition.
True. Yeah,
right.
They can't have that. They have the monopoly on education. They can't have that.
Force mommy, I get the vibe that you're a homeschooler. Am I wrong?
I'm not even a real mommy. I would totally homeschool if I had done that, but I know.
She's everybody on the internet's mommy though.
Yeah, I'm everyone on the internet's mommy.
Speaking
It's
of mommy-
exhausting.
Especially in
It's
libertarian
exhausting.
circles.
Yes.
I mean, I've been simping for Forrest Mommy for years now. So
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna put you guys
Ooh.
next to each other
We've
then.
been, yeah, we run in the
we've
same
been in
internet
libertarian circles for a
circles.
while.
Yeah.
Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. Making connections. What were you saying, Venti?
Oh, I was saying, speaking of mommy, do you remember that mom who literally had to go in herself and rescue her kids because the police wouldn't?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I
And
mean,
they
if
tried to
she could
arrest
do it, why
her.
couldn't the police do something? Like, if she was not prepared, she didn't have gear, and she went in and saved her kids successfully.
Well,
And I thought the
and
whole, but
yeah,
like for crimes, is that going to be how it is for everything you call the cops for? So if someone's robbing my house, am I going to have to wait 3 hours for them to get like 20 squads before they'll actually do something? I'll be dead.
Yeah.
Like, I would say their lack of response in Uvalde, or however it's pronounced, I should know because I'm in Texas, but anyway, I feel like their lack of response is an argument for the Second Amendment in itself,
Mhm.
ironically, with the school shooting.
I just don't know how you don't, when it comes to kids, you don't have that impulse. Like you can't help but run in because like there's kids in there screaming and they're innocent and they're vulnerable. Like I just don't know why you wouldn't be like doubly running in for a school.
I was in the army for 7 years, and if a soldier did that in Afghanistan, he would be discharged tomorrow, maybe even thrown in jail.
Damn.
I heard somebody say that we should have like a UCMJ for police officers, and
What's that?
it's the Uniform Code of Military Justice. It's like their own like set of rules and laws that you have to abide by, and like when you're serving.
Oh damn.
And so
Yeah.
it's all these different articles, and it's kind of a way that military people don't have as many rights as everybody else.
Yeah, I wonder if this is coming off like after the summer of love, many cops were kind of like just afraid to do their jobs at all in any capacity. So I wonder if this is kind of like part of that. But again, it's like
Which is what's so funny about the gun control debate. Defund police and then want them to be the only ones with firearms, or all cops are bastards, but they're the only ones that should have guns.
Yeah.
And actually, did you see that NFL coach got fined $100,000 for saying something about January 6th was a dust up compared to Black Lives Matter?
Which guy was it?
And that I forget who it was. I think he was the Washington team. But yeah, it was ironic because they were giving that money to the police union. So honor Black Lives Matters riots with giving that money over to police, which they were rioting against.
Jack Del Rio.
Here's Jack Del Rio. Oh God, NPR. Here we go. The commander's Jack Del Rio is off Twitter after calling January 6th riot a dust up, which is what it was. First came his public apology, then the $100,000 fine, and now Jack Del Rio's Twitter account has been deleted. Wow. His exit from the social media platform caps a rocky week for the Washington Commanders. I mean, does a coach really need to be on Twitter? Probably not. Like, no one's following him for his like witty comebacks. Del Rio's exit. Oh, he compared the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol to the 2020 racial justice protest. People's livelihoods are being destroyed. Businesses are being burned down. No problem. And then we have a dust up at the Capitol. Nothing burned down. And we're going to make that a major deal. Yeah, no lies detected. Literally, like, this is a group of people where if they really wanted to do an insurrection, they could have. Del Rio's
the best part about that, yeah, go ahead.
Del Rio's comments were disavowed by head coach Ron Rivera, who grabbed his vagina in fear. In a statement released Friday, Rivera said he had fined Del Rio $100K and would donate the sum to the U.S. Capitol Police Memorial Fund. Ugh. His comments do not reflect the organization's viewed and are extremely how is it hurtful? Wow.
I think the most ironic part is that they're giving the money to the police to honor BLM.